Hi. So like this is a free camera, I know, because when I play the shot, I can easily sense the movement in my camera that it is moving freely. Then comes a distortion. Any guys know what a lens distortion is? What is lens distortion? Why does it have distortion? Can we avoid it?
No. It's what you can say. It's like a deformation or something.
Why it happens? Because depends on the quality of the lens that has been used. Suppose this is a camera sensor. It's not okay. But the thing is, this is what is called as a sensor. This is our camera sensor. This sensor is always a rectangular or a square shape. But when you use any kind of lens, it will be in a spherical fashion. Right? It captures information in a spherical fashion that will print it on a or record it on a square shape. So in that way, these corners, they have corners, but these guys doesn't have corners. So whenever information is recorded, that again depending on the quality of the lens that has been used. For an example, this camera is of what can I say? For example, this is Canon. If the cam is Canon, listen, the lens is Canon. It's good. There will be very least amount of distortion. But now when you go for the lens company as a Sigma, or what we call as a third party, Sigma or Tamron, anything else, a third party, the quality of lens differs. That is what we call it as a, how can I say, the pigments. We call it as pigments. Have you guys heard about the word called pigment? That is the quality of glass alignment or number of pigments per square inch. It always depends on the, for example, we have this something called GSM, right? Have you heard about GSM? For paper painting and all, for drawing and all, we use high GSM paper, 140 GSM, 200 GSM. So for oil painting, we go for 300 GSM. What does this GSM means? So per square meter, how much grams you are just putting in?
Okay, gram per square meter.
Likewise, we have this pigmentation. Same way we call it as PPA, parts per million or pixels per inch. So likewise, how many number of glass particles you are just including in a square inch? Like as we have the measurement for glasses. If the quality is good, because Canon, Sony, Nikon, their own home brand, why the lens costs that much? Because we have good amount of IR. Remember this IR somewhere? You have totally two IRs. Index of diffraction and index of reflection. Why you guys are not remembering these things?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have seen in Maya, we have
FX,
seen in Houdini.
FX,
Not FX, we have seen in shading.
yes, shading. Sorry.
Beautiful. Someone is getting back the memory. That's nice.
Mhm.
So this is what happens. We hold up good quality of IR. So that means the light won't bend and distract. They will be focused. So this is the whole theory behind all these things. So again, there are a couple of different types of distortion. One, what is called as a barrel distortion like this. So this obviously looks like a barrel to you. See, we have a barrel distortion. Apart from this, we do have something called pin cushion distortion. The whole thing will be bent like a cushion. More like a star formation it will be. These are formed due to the bad quality of lens. But again, if you go for a wide angle shot, suppose I'm going for a 18 mm shot, distortion will be there. But if I go for 2 mm to 5 mm shot, this is what we call as a wide angle. In that case, you can't avoid your distortion. Because I have one particular shot, it's not in this PC, I guess. Yeah, it's not in this PC. I just showed in mine. It's over there. Actually, I just made a shot while doing my university studies where I happened to use a 5 mm shot. It is famous for distortion. Thankfully, it was just a still shot. That itself, in order to make it undistort, I almost died. So like this, distortion goes. Now I can go for an unknown lens. Then comes to this focal length. The mm at which the shot has been done. We have two things, known and unknown values. Known means known variable, known constant. Okay, that you can read. I just don't want to go into this details. Then I'll go for preview features. Again, go for refine feature locations. So this is this much. Okay, I'll just go for 200 different shot. So it's a free camera. Again, everything has been mentioned. I'll go back to the tracker and I will track it. Now while pressing the track button, currently it is analyzing my footages. In every tracking packages, they always go back, go to the front and they will come back. So while going front, they will analyze it. By coming back, they will confirm it. It's about double checking so that unwanted things can be taken care of. Excuse me. Okay, done. Then I'm going to go back and solve it. Solving is we are just confirming. It is done. When I play it, sometimes I might see some red and yellow. Red means rejected tracks, yellow means untrackable. But this is not that much of a complex or a fast moving shot. So we are almost settled. Okay, leave them as it is. If you want, you can just select these buggers and right click and go for a ground plane. When you press tab, this shot is put on the ground. This is my 3D view. I'll be seeing my Y and everything is placed. Okay, fine. This is good. Then I'll just go back to my auto tags and again go for a solve error. I don't have that much error. Maximum error. So I do not have anything right now. The whole shot is good only. So I don't have to work on this. When you see the solve error is 0.68, this is the one you should consider. So this solve error in international companies, maximum solve error allowed is 0.1. In nationalized company, the maximum error allowed is 0.5. In domestic companies, they go for 0.1. 1. That is why the tracking quality differs across companies and the output also differs. Now after finishing, I just go for scene and I will create. So while doing this, I'll be creating a camera, a 3D scene, and something called a point cloud. When I press this, these are the track points that has been converted to 2D pixel cloud. If you zoom in, there will be one center point here. That is again viewed in the scene. Now it is coming inverted, but they are not supposed to. But got to check in case of any errors in the scene. It might appear like this. Okay, let it be as it is. To this, I can add something called a scanline render. This scanline render is for the purpose of users like us. Till now, this is how my computer sees my scene. But if you want to see both the output and also the input, it's better we go this way. Camera will be connected to camera, object in scene will be connected to scene, background will be connected to my background. So I'm going to excuse me. So I'm going to snap onto my connected tool. I'm going to arrange it properly so that it doesn't confuse us. The most important thing in any composting software is make sure you have maintained a tidy work area so that it doesn't confuse you.
Okay.
Why I'm saying this, because if you take your output after say around 10 days, not even months, not even years, just if you say work on your file today and tomorrow you're opening it, it shouldn't be yucky. You should be able to understand what exactly is going on. Likewise, because for the same shot, a lot of people will be working on your data. In that case, if you do not present in the company and other day someone else will take up the shot, other time he should be able to figure out what the hell is going on. So for this, what I will do, I'll just take up a clean plate. So that what I will do, I'll just add one roto node. O for roto. Now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting one portion of my clean plate. Clean plate is for the whole frame. It has been deleted. For me, I have a stone over there. So now if I open this the second one and I can compare it over here. If we put a wipe and check it, that particular place it will be vanished. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to limit this particular one, because since this whole frame, I do not need this whole frame to be replaced. Only a portion of this image should be replaced. Now what I will do, I'll put a roto around my stone. I'm going to see from here, but I'm going to put a roto to this shot. This is more like in After Effects, how you roto a particular area by seeing a solid. I'm going to see from here. I'm going to double tap my roto. So either I can just go for any default shape, or again it's better I'm going to draw it somewhere here, 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 and here. Make sure you also get rid of the shadow too.
Okay.
So around the object it should be placed. I'm going to select everything together. After 10 frames it will move. Again I will have to move it place. Again multiples of 10 I'll be moving it. Excuse me. It's just more like a masking. So slightly this bugger is turning. So slightly I will place him back and again for 100 frames. Yes. Paka he's placed. Now I'm just going for a merge node. In the operation I will put as in. Why? Because this is into my this object. So this will be my A and this will be my B. Can you see? Only that particular portion has been cut out. But again, I need to make sure that it is not very, very strict edges. So lightly I will blur the area. Full starting, you have to do everything from the beginning. We forgot to create in the first frame itself. Only thing there are going to be a double work as it will be. So they are set it. Good. This is now what I'm going to do. I'm going to add something called as a card. Don't go for card 3D, but go for card. Card 3D we will deal later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to project this image onto a card. If I view, can you see? An image is being placed. This one I will connect it back. Onto my scene. Can you see a card is being placed now? Now all that I have to do is to rotate my card around this axis and place him over my shot. This placement is going to take some time. Now I need to uniform scale it around 2. It will be too much. Sorry, and we'll have to translate it. So this one is definitely going to take some time. If I play, let me do the other way. Press Alt F. I'll run a quick preview render. This placement is a little bit tricky. It takes some time to place it in the exact same spot, for which we have to use both 2D and 3D views. Only this will be the lengthiest part. But if it is done, the whole work is done. But slightly it is moving. This is due to this node that I have placed. Now I have to put a project 3D. Place him here. Either I can connect it to the same camera, or what I can do, I'll put the Alt C and copy my camera here. Same thing, same content that I have projected through this camera. For time being, I'll switch it off. If you press the control, you'll be able to rotate him along different axes. Now it is settled. So like this, you have to move and check it. But this project 3D node is mandatory. Without it, we won't be able to place anything. But I don't know why it is not showing it up. Only through this we'll be able to hop into anything that we need. Bit funny. It is not there. But this is how we settle our things. If you want, again, just disable this bugger and see. You'll be seeing only the content. Slightly he is moving due to the car. So card is textured, everything else is same. Rows and column doesn't matter here. He is almost settled, but So like I said, this is a procedure. Mostly it has to work this way. But I don't know why he's popping up. So everything else is fine. Only thing it is inverted. So we got to check why he's going a little bit crazy. This doesn't matter. So this way you can just proceed the way whenever you place it correctly, it will be stitching onto this particular part. Let me disable him and just see one more time. Only that particular placement matters. Even if you want to turn, you can just turn it. Okay. So if you work a little bit, you'll be able to get that. This is one method of doing. Then tomorrow I'll just let you know the other way of determining that. So tomorrow we'll see about the camera projection. Tomorrow I'll just start with this 2.5D. Then I'll go for combining both 3D and this composting part.
Okay.
If possible, I'll also send the file. So clear, right? I'll just send the video. So now update finished.
Yes, sir. Clear.